Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room Recap for Tuesday, June the 11th. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Any questions you might have for me, you can use this email address. A link to get into our room, our free trading room, 100% free. You do not have to be, remind me later, you do not have to be a member of Trade Ideas to be in our trading room. I open the room every morning at 9 o'clock Eastern Time, and that's when I start to share my screen, get live in the mic a little after that, and I go up to 3:30 Mondays to Thursdays and up to 3 o'clock on Fridays. And in the email you're getting, you'll see a promo code for 15% off either the first month only of a Trade Ideas subscription or the entire year. Now, not a super active day for me. Let me just try to do one thing here. So, my day was basically kind of done with this NBY. Now, if you were in the room yesterday, you know that this was absolutely insane. This had been a 32 cent stock the day on what are we now? Tuesday. So on Friday, this was a 32 cent stock, and then yesterday it gets all the way up to $4. Well, we're up here, I guess, in normal hours, 361, pulled back, all on the basis that they're going to be able to sell their drug, which is a non-prescription drug, on Amazon. So I've said in the room that we have to keep an eye on for another one, a little bio that does the same type of thing. Because, I mean, this is, to me, it's nonsensical, but you know what? The market doesn't lie. And traders wanted it, and they got it. So anyway, this is what I did. So I saw, this is after hours action yesterday. Okay, that's the mauve area right there. So when I woke up this morning, now actually I thought that we'd see maybe a financing. A lot of times, of course, when these little ones have such stupendous gains, they'll do a financing, issue a whole bunch of shares at obviously a lower price. That usually knocks the heck out of the share price. Hasn't happened yet, okay? Anyway, so when I got up this morning, this is what I saw. And I said, okay, if this takes out the after hour high of yesterday, I want it. And that's exactly what I did. I got in here at 414, and right on this candle here, I sold some at 440, and I sold some more at 470 up here, and I sold the last bit at 450. That kind of made my day. And, you know, and then look what happened once the market opened. It basically collapsed. So I could say I got lucky. However, I always have a stop in place. You know, had it reversed on me immediately, I would have got out of the trade immediately. But it certainly worked well for it was probably about 20 minutes, even less, because I mean it hit this very rapidly and then it moved it down. So that was that one. And really, you know, for the balance of the day, I want to show you one though, SYF, one that I actually took a little loss on, but I want to show you what happened on it. I took a little loss on it. This was the bouncers toppers, and I looked at this, and you see SYF right there at 34. Well, actually, yeah, 34.29. So what this is looking for? Hopefully, I don't lose this. Okay. What this is looking for is stocks that are maybe topping out. Now, I thought it might have been topping out right there at 34.29, but it got up to 34.46. I mean, not a huge amount, less than 20 cents. So I looked at this and I thought, okay. Now, remember now, the market was starting to do this, okay, moving down. And so now the only thing is, though, that, just 1 second, please. Just a moment, please. All right, back to here. It wasn't a robocall. I thought it was a robocall. Anyway, so when I looked at SYF, I actually took the short right about here, 34, I think it was 34.35 right here. And it moved up a little bit. I got out of it. And I took, I think, like a 5 cent loss or something. And then it finally started to move down. Eventually, the financials, XLF, you see, excuse me, when I got into this was what was happening, and it did, and then finally this started happening, and that's what, of course, SYF is part of the financial sector, and it started to move down with it. And unfortunately, I didn't get back in, but you know, this is kind of what I was looking for today, though. Because I you know basically kind of did most of what I wanted to do in the pre-market. You know, I was sort of experimenting with these bouncers and toppers. I was doing a little red bar and green bar ignored stuff. But I'm interested in this, especially if you can get the market to do something like this, and you're looking for topping plays. And now the EPD, as an example, didn't work. There I got the alert here. I actually took the short right there, and and this was I called it a mini teaching moment. You see the SPY doing this, and you're in a short, and it's not at all following suit, and it doesn't have earnings, or it doesn't have any news associated with it that I could see anyway. In other words, in theory, you're looking for things, if this is what the market's going to do, that you'd like to see the stock you're shorting to do kind of the same thing. The only reason it won't sometimes is because it has news of its own or earnings of its own, and it's kind of trading to its own beat. But this just did not follow the market. So as I said to the room, I said, well, I got out of it basically flat. Was just sitting. I shorted this, I think, at 28.91. So, I mean, that's maybe, call it a teaching moment, whatever you want. If you're in a short and the market is doing this and your stock is not, you really have to give it pause. Again, unless it's a story, as I call it, a story stock. It has earnings, or it is has literally some news associated specifically to it. Let me bring this back to our monitor and take this out. So that's really about it. Only other one I wanted to talk about, Holly is a little bit quiet today. Holly had two really, really good percentage movers. Not bad on this one, HMI, 962 on the alert, got as high as 1014 right now, so it's up 4.5% right now. And, fairly steady. I mean, you've got a little pullback there, little one there, little one there, but, certainly the trend is up. You didn't see any wild gyrations. And this is, obviously that's the type of trade you like to be in. I'm actually looking at HEB, guys, just for fun. HEB has done a 1 for 44, I think, reverse split. And I may take a little bit of this, and not for today. I mean, I don't mean I think anything's going to happen today. It may not happen tomorrow. It may not happen next week. It may not happen ever. But look what happened with JAGX today. JAGX did their reverse split, a 1 for 70, and they released a little bit of news, and look what the stupid thing, I call it that, 762 all the way up to 17, like a $10 pop off the lows in the pre-market, just because they released a little bit of news, and it was a reverse split, a 1 for 70 reverse split. So, if you had taken 100 shares here just ahead of this news, look, it could have, of course, collapsed too, don't get me wrong, but, if you take 100 shares, put a dollar stop, so most you're going to lose is $100, maybe it's worth a little risk. So that's what I'm thinking about with the HEB. Actually, maybe just taking a little bit and holding on and see if they release any news anytime soon. All right, I want to get out of here now. And just a second here. Bring back the capture program. So if you have any questions for me, you can use this email address. And this is a link to get into our free room. I'll open the room tomorrow at 9 o'clock. So I hope everybody has a great evening, and we'll see you in the room tomorrow. Bye-bye.